7:14. Well, we're still trying to figure out what went wrong. We went from the Fox News at top of the hour, and then about 4 or 5 files just disappeared from the computer, including the Down on the Corner theme, and it went straight to the Rush morning update intro. So anyway, engineers working on the issues there. We're going to visit with the mayor and Billy D. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, Dale. Good to be here. Thank
Good
you
to
for
see
your hospitality.
Oh, I wish Billy be drinking some coffee. He's not a coffee drinker, are you, Billy?
We're drinking this good Brewed
Lady coffee.
Yeah.
You betcha.
You've always got good coffee here.
I tell you what, you guys need to stop by more often.
Well,
we invite people to stop by and have a cup of coffee with us.
You know what? I think that's a great idea, and I know you've invited me several times, and especially if anything, is a burning issue or something, to drop by.
Come on by. Keep an open mic policy. Police and fire and mayor's office, county judge, everybody. Yeah, Billy.
Well, that's a good way to keep our people up to date on what's going on,
Yeah.
and appreciate those opportunities. Just noticing this morning to the people out in radio land that hadn't been outside yet, it's a cold, windy morning. But overall, our weather up until now, we've had a good.
We have good winter.
I can't, and I was born here in this county, but I can't remember not seeing snowflakes before January the 19th, and that was the first time this year that I actually seen snowflakes.
Yeah,
and it plays a big part back, like on our on all the departments, fire or police responding. Parks being able to do the work, but especially the street and water and sewer being able to work right on through, but especially the street department. And we've still got those materials in the shed.
It's ready to go.
And but it's ready.
Yep.
But thank goodness we hadn't had to use it. And
That's
those
true.
resources, once we use them, they're gone, and you can't reach out and touch that where that money went to.
Yeah.
Where if we can put that money back into concrete, sidewalks, curb and gutter, paving the streets, then it's been a good year. And
it has. And your crews are doing a good job. Look down there at the Waverly project, really nice. The 201 project, that one's a little bit slower, but that's a lot bigger project.
Well, that's a big project, and we're actually not in control of that project. The state.
The state controls that one?
That's a state highway, and it will be until after completion. We think they'll dedicate it back to the city. Then we can put the speed limits, the weight limits, and all those things in order to control it, and hopefully have a long life road there, street.
Yeah.
But the city actually put in 20% of the cost of the project. That was an agreed on for back years and years ago, and so the money was saved up, and it amounted
That's
to
about almost like a grant program.
Well, 80%, yes, and we matched it with 1.3 plus million, and you had to give them that money on the front end before the contract was signed.
Wow.
So, but we have, Mountain Home Concrete was the successful bidder. They're the contractor.
Doing a good job. It's good to see it local.
It is. It's really good to keep that money here, and a contractor that knows the area. And I know, and on any project that is, there's a lot of inconveniences, and I know on that project, especially during school, the congestion there, even before the road construction, it was still a tight, a very busy street, and so we just hopefully can see the light after after this. All this work and inconveniences, we'll have really a good road there.
It's going to be good.
It'll look good, and hopefully people will understand that we have to go through these things in order to get improvements.
What's the estimate on completion date? Later this year?
I think it's yes, sir. It's later in the year. I think like in early fall.
Yeah.
But they're up to the weather again has played a good part here. So. They're pretty much on schedule with
So be patient for about 10 more months, and 9 more months we'll be all right.
Yes, sir. And I've had the question. I know probably all have. Well, why don't we do this when school is out? Well, this is like it'd take like 6 summers to 3 months at a time, and it's just not workable. So from the
But
state standpoint.
y'all worked. You got with the police and with Chief Manuel and the school people and worked out a solution. And I don't think you've had any issues.
Well, it's went pretty good. We did a lot of work on the east end of bringing traffic in off of 16th Street and through that way up to at least to the back of the school, or they can get on College Street and just be on a short turn, turn in and hopefully in and out. But it's a busy street. Mountain Home is, if anybody wants to sit and look on certain hours, we're busy pretty much all over town.
Yeah,
and that's a good thing. We want it to be busy, and but we also want people to be safe, and especially with the school buses and our kids out there. So.
Can't emphasize that enough. The safety with the school buses. Oh, Jerry Hopper, how you doing? Jerry Hopper walked in out there, and amber lights, red lights, stop sign, squeal them to a halt. People, stop for those school buses.
Yeah, it's and I think Chief Manuel was on here before, but I think on the bypass is actually the only place town that you don't have to stop because of the space between the roads. But anywhere in town, we see that bus stop, and we need to take caution
and especially right out here in front of Hardee's, the radio station, place like this, the 5-lane undivided. And we've always used the example: if there's a school bus coming down the hill in front of Kent Chevrolet, the car wash, and I'm going the opposite direction, I have to stop.
Yes, sir. That's the law. That's the law, and we and people are good. Everybody messes up once in a while. We just want everybody to use caution, and these kids are our future. And so, but from a weather standpoint, I think we've had a wonderful year. Yeah.
We may get another blast or so here coming up. I think we're due one more 5-inch snow, and that'll be about it.
You know what? If we get by with a
5-inch wet snow,
I'd say we're in good shape. I think the long range forecast, and Billy D and I were just visiting that. They're talking about some snowflakes early next week.
Yeah. But the groundhog didn't see a shadow yesterday, and he said winter's going to be cut short.
Someone told me on that they changed groundhog days from the old groundhog day to this date.
Oh, really?
Yes. And that this new one has only been worked out 39% of the time.
Yeah.
Not very good odds.
We may have made them groundhogs mad by switching their days there.
Well, I got to ask you two guys the most important question of the week. You're picking the Super Bowl.
Well, I love Peyton Manning and Denver, but I'm picking Carolina. Yes,
I expect Carolina to win. I was telling Billy this morning before you got here, Mayor, that I sure would like to see Manning go out on top.
I would too.
I don't expect him to be back next year.
No. I think he's been a good example of a good quarterback for a long time, and it would be nice for him too. But I tell you, that Carolina group they're tough.
Yeah. Billy, what you got going on over there?
I'm gonna go with Denver.
Oh, yeah.
In the meantime, we got some things happening right now at the Youth Center, at the LC Salmons Youth Center. Currently, we got youth basketball registration through this Saturday for grades kindergarten through 4th, both boys and girls. Our fee is $45, and we got a $5 discount for siblings. Our games scheduled to start February 20th, ending around April 9th.
And which was that basketball?
That was the kindergarten through 4th grade.
And which sport?
Basketball.
Basketball. Okay.
Basketball, yes. Basketball. And then
that's a good program.
It is a great program. Then this coming Saturday, we have our Valentine's dance for the kids, grades 6th, 7th, and 8th, from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night. $3 for members, $5 for non-members. And then also this Saturday and next Saturday from 9 a.m. till noon, we have all sports registration for all the sports here in town: Mountain Home Youth Baseball, Babe Ruth Baseball, Twin Lakes Youth Softball, Twin Lakes Soccer Association, Twin Lakes Youth Community Tennis Association, Mountain Home Hurricane Swim Team, and Ozark Youth Football Association. Also, people can go to our website, which is mountainhomeparksandrec.com, to get all those listings right there.
Yep.
And in addition to that, this coming summer, we have some great events here in Mountain Home, which I'm proud to say that we have a lot of baseball tournaments starting in March. USSSA baseball tournaments March 26th, April 9th and 10th, April 30th through May the 1st, June 4th through the 5th. I'm excited, very excited that Viola High School's been kind enough to partnership with us to host the Class 1A baseball and high school fast pitch state tournament May 12th through the 14th.
Wow.
So we're talking 32 teams from out of town. Hotels and restaurants will be full, and so we're glad to host that tournament in conjunction with Viola High School.
Man, that's awesome.
It is awesome.
That's going to be fun.
In addition to that, we'll have Babe Ruth Girls Fast Pitch State Tournament May 14th and 15th. Well, not state tournament, not for Babe Ruth at that time frame, but tournaments. May 14th and 15th, May 21st, 22nd. And then the state tournament for Babe Ruth Girls will be June the 24th through 26th. And then the following month in July, we'll have a regional tournament, the 11th through the 17th of July. So in addition to that, we'll have some additional Cal Ripken tournaments here in town. So there's a lot of baseball and softball being played in Mountain Home, which brings visitors to our city, and
a lot of fun.
We're glad to host them.
A lot of fun. Wow.
Well, it's a great summer lining up. I mean,
is.
for our business people and for the recreation people, all the motels, hotels, restaurants. The people will be here, and I compliment Billy and the superintendent over at Viola for their efforts to secure this last tournament. That was just happened, I think, last
2 weeks
week.
ago. Yes,
2 weeks
Mayor.
ago, yeah. So when anytime we can get people in North Arkansas, everybody's going to win from it. If they're at Viola or if they're over at Yelville or anywhere in the area, they're going to come to Mountain Home. They're going to come here. And,
the last tournament I worked, people said we'd love to come over here, especially the district when you have Jonesboro and folks from the east. They bring. Mom drives the truck with the camper, and Dad pulls the boat behind the other vehicle, and they make a week of it,
They're going to catch some fish while they're here and just have a good time. Yeah. Well, we're excited about the summer events, and especially I hope people really listen to the sign-ups for all these sports that's fixing to happen, I think, in the next 2 weeks. And so encourage everybody to get involved.
It's going to be good. You guys do a good job. And I need to talk about how well maintained these parks are. These parks aren't just clean; they are immaculate. And the staff. I mean, when I've worked those baseball tournaments, those guys with the city come out there, and I don't care if the temperature's 103 and they're in direct sunlight. They're taking care of that field. They're keeping it watered. The parks, they just look good. I mean, they look like we care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and that's what we want them to look like, because we do care, and because we get a lot of help from the side, from people, especially in tournaments. We get people coming in and doing later on barbecue and cooking ribs. A lot of volunteers are involved in this, but from an acreage standpoint, we have about 250 acres plus the new McCabe Park, another 42 acres. So we're real close to 300 acres to maintain. That's a big load.
Billy's got to buy another pair of tissues. Stay up with there.
A lot of grass. Need another grasshopper.
We get to talking like this, Billy D's going to want more people.
More people.
Yeah.
He'd be satisfied with another grasshopper, right?
But we do have a great crew that both at the youth center and at the Parks Department, the maintenance guys, and the program coordinators over at the center. So it's a good team.
It really is.
It's a team effort, yeah.
But
it all starts at the top, and that's under Billy. And that's he does a good job. So if he's here, and I'm going to say that. If he wasn't here, I'd say it too. But we appreciate his efforts and energies, and there's a lot involved when you're chasing tournaments, and
that's right.
A lot of things to nail down,
There is. And those tournaments bring in the money. They bring in the money. We don't see it up front, but
we see it.
We'll show it.
We see it.
That brings us up to news time. We'll be right back visiting with the mayor and Billy D right after this. $7:35, visiting with Billy D and Mayor. Of course, everybody knows Billy D, Parks Director. Right, Billy?
Sometimes I wish they did know me.
Billy's known around the state because I visit with people, and a lot of times somebody will ask, well, is Billy D still there in Mountain Home? Well,
what do you say, afraid so? Sorry, Billy.
We're glad to have him. Just to follow up just a little bit on we was talking about all the events coming in.
Yeah.
And there'll be other events other than what we've just talked about, but we've got a major event in April 21 through 24 with the BASS tournament coming, and
that is huge.
It is, and
let me plug real quick. Jerry Hogan's walking in the front door. He's been in contact with Big Billy Kinder Outdoors, and Billy Kinder's going to be coming up this way. It looks like for part of that to be a part of that.
Well, I think it's going to be it will be a major event, and it's a new. They're kind of breaking new ground in the fact that they're fishing two different lakes in the same tournament, and. But we want to put out the welcome mat to them. We want to show the Southern hospitality, Mountain Home hospitality, and make these people feel good. I'd like to see us do some things that they don't normally see in other places that they can remember us by, And I think having a weigh-in at ASU Mountain Home, they're all will be bringing their fish to Mountain Home to weigh in and we're going to do everything from the city standpoint that we can to support this with our resources, with police, fire, the parks, all of our departments will play a part in this. And so I just encourage everybody to enjoy the tournament, go out and come out and look at, watch them weigh in. We're talking about professional bass fishermen here that's fishing for money. Big money, and I fully expect a lot of them will be in town a week ahead of time, just scouting out the
There's already people scouting.
Yeah,
we've already had them come through.
So the good fishermen out here, they're going to be, touching base with you probably to get tips from you. I mean, that's just a normal thing that happens when they go into an area. Get the local input into it, but they'll also be out there throwing their baits and doing their own testing. But we're excited about this tournament. It's a major event, and this I think we will get national recognition from this as it goes on.
Jerry just handed me the Chamber of Commerce needs volunteers for the tournament. Call them at 425-5111.
Good.
Is that right, Jerry? Yeah.
Good. Well, it's going. An event this size, it's going to need a lot of volunteers, and I'm sure we're going to get them. People will step up to the plate. Our volunteers make our community good,
Yes, they do.
So, but I wanted to mention that BASS tournament, but
it's going to be huge.
It will be. So we got an exciting year ahead of us, and just hope everything will go good. We want to be accident free and enjoy. Yeah. But this tournament is what you see on major TV on the outdoor channels.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be some cameras doing some film. Don't y'all think so?
Oh, I believe so.
I don't think there's any doubt. Yeah. But anyway, we've got other things going on. I kind of wanted to bring the people up to date on the Creekside Apartments that it's been an issue last year and that's Cardinal Drive. It's on Cardinal Drive. The big 64 apartments. Just within the last probably 6 weeks, a new person bought the apartments. He's out of Piggott.
Wow.
He is. If you've been driving up and down Cardinal, you can notice a lot of activity there.
Well, I noticed the roofing people out there.
Yeah, I think they've completed one of the buildings, put a new roof on it. But yesterday, and the roofers wasn't up due to the wind, I suspect. But they had looked like about 8 vehicles, and they was redoing, starting, and they assume the same time frame and the same responsibilities that the previous owner that we set out. They actually, gave us $50,000 of their money to put into our account, and that is money that we can use if they don't fulfill their contract. Ooh. And that same thing applies to the new owner. So the new owner's got about a year, I think.
And that was court ordered, wasn't it?
Well, the court order gave the city the authority to tear it down. Instead of tearing it down, we chose to give this owner a chance to build it, especially after we worked out the deal. And Roger Morgan played a major part in this. He was our city attorney.
Yep.
But we got $50,000 of their money, and if they don't comply or fulfill we can actually take their money and to tear that down. It'll be a big.
Now, is that a retaining fee? Do we have to give that money back if they fulfill the contract?
If they fulfill the contract, the money will go back to the owner. Yes, because all of that moved with the. But the time frame it's about a year off.
Yeah.
But that means they have to rebuild it up to code. Our city inspectors, our fire department will be inspecting, and we like this because we'd like to see 64 more apartments available for rent here.
Sure.
That's a lot better than tearing it down at city expense. Get them back, paying their taxes and being part of the community. And we would welcome that, and we just hope this new owner, I'll be meeting with him shortly. We've talked, and he's...
It's out of Piggott, Arkansas?
He's out of Piggott.
Wow.
Uh-huh. And actually, I think owns a lumber yard over there. And so he's probably in a position to do this and make it work. So we're
Speaking
hopeful.
of growth, look across the highway over here.
Oh, yeah.
Fred's putting in. Are they replacing the existing Fred's? What's going on there?
I do not know if they're going to have two stores or if they're replacing it. I would suspect that they're replacing this one with good visibility from their location now. But I haven't been told anything on that. That's they may keep two.
They could.
Harps has got two here.
And look at O'Reilly's Auto Parts with two.
Yeah, McDonald's.
Yeah.
So, as we grow, I think we'll see more and more of that. But
well, now, Billy and them, they're working on the new parks, McCabe Park's out here. What do you see for the West End out there in?
Well, I think the
restaurants, perhaps. I don't know if it'd get more lodging.
You know what? I've been in some conversations with people, and people. I brought it up, but other people have brought it up too at different times. There's really. You've got Big Creek out there. And then you've got the old Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
But you don't have any fast food out that way. You don't. So it's wide open, pretty open at least to.
The old Holiday Inn River Rock, and they've refurbished.
Oh yeah.
I tell you what, when my kids come in for the holidays, Dad, we want to stay at River Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've got it's that nice.
Well, that is the largest motel in town.
River Rock?
Room-wise. They don't have them all available.
Yeah.
They've also got a place that fishermen can pull their boats up and charge their batteries while they're staying there.
Yep.
And I think that's, things are going to change there pretty quickly. I think we're going to see a lot of activity out in
the West End?
On the West End, yes. Yeah. The work at the park is going good. Billy can tell you that, and the street department has been putting in the streets to get us in, and they're actually doing curb and gutter work.
Are they?
Yes,
yeah.
And we have one field that is leveled and ready for topsoil.
Will Billy get those bases out there?
Yeah,
let's go.
I got to tell you too, Dale. We've been stripping the topsoil off and stockpiling it, and we got two. If people look down and see two big, long mounds, kind of like a rainbow down there, then that's topsoil. And so once we get our fields ready, we've got the topsoil right there ready to put back on it, and the other fields are coming along good too. Our biggest challenge out there is money for fencing and lights and a concession area. And we still think that somebody's going to step up to the plate and be able to donate some money and name that complex whatever they want to name it. So we still, but we're going ahead at things. Good weather again.
Now, how many fields y'all putting out there, Billy? 4?
4 multi-purpose fields out there, and great location. Beautiful location out there, and as the mayor's saying, West End, by all means, in the future, it will be great.
Yeah, Harp's already out there. We've got a bank out there. Then the fields and Big Creek.
Oh yeah, and Ultimate.
And then the Ultimate dealership.
They've got 3 new. We've got the new vocational school on out to that ASU Mountain Home is. So we're seeing activity out there. We have the resources out there for growth. We have sewer. We have plenty of water, and so we think that end is going to grow. As we all know, the east end towards the lake has been the fastest growing for years and years.
Sure.
But I think we'll see some good things happening out there. And,
I do too. Yeah.
And we mentioned before, but we have partnership with Game and Fish, and they're going to keep those lakes stocked. We're going to try to set up lakes for different ages. One lake for a certain age.
At the park area.
Yeah, and so.
You got a good plan. It's going to be fun.
Well, it will be, and we fully intend to add some things and that we don't have, or try to add a couple of things that we don't have in our existing parks.
Yeah.
Billy's working on that. Went back through trying to get some grants. We've got to get our master plan together as exactly what we want to see out there, and that will be a good tool then to help.
Yeah.
So
we're
excited.
You bet. It is. Need to take a quick break. Be right back. 7:50. Visit with the mayor. Jerry Hopper's here. Hey, Jerry Hopper.
Yes, sir.
What you got real quick for us?
Well, I'm going to Salem today, Canvas area. I got some John 3:16 boys coming.
There you go.
So I'm warning you, Salem. We'll be at every place over there that's got a door that'll swing open. I just wanted to check with the mayor here. We're going to set up our first responders big fresh fish fry. We got snowed out on or iced out on here a couple of weeks ago. And we got a lot of stuff going on. I'll just have to come back and
all right.
tell you, but that's the main thing. I'm going to Salem today, and I'll bring you the info in on the
and
first responders.
You got a John 3:16 concert this Saturday?
Salem, First Baptist Church.
Right there on the left on the hill going out of town, yeah. What time?
Be for free fish fry at 5, and we got the concert at 6. It'll be good, boy. I got some good singers in the deal.
Good. Keep us updated.
I'll do it.
All right.
Dale, I'd just like to make a comment on what Jerry's talking about here, the John 3:16. They have been in our area several times, and it's a great program for, young men from 21 on up. There's no age limit, I don't believe, but it's a rehabilitation program that is free.
Works.
And they actually work, and I'm telling you, it's a life-changing event for a lot of individuals. So, encourage people to get involved, or at least check it out and take a look at it.
Well, I didn't know. I knew about them, but didn't know a lot about them. And you invited me to the one at the fairgrounds.
Yes.
And how many people were there that night? 300-400? Do you think?
Well, they were the first one. We've had 2 there, and I know
I was at the first one, I think.
Okay, they was over 200 there, and then the second one they actually fed 420 something, and there was some that didn't eat, and then out at the one that Jerry and them put on out at Twin Lakes was much bigger than that.
800 something.
Yeah,
really?
So it has just about doubled every time they've been in town, and
we're going to schedule back in the fairgrounds here in March too to try to finish up that Baxter County Faith House. I was down there Sunday, and they've got them sleep. They got 3 or 4 on the couches down there.
Wow.
The Fulton County deal, that's what we're trying to finish. We'll be ready in about a week and a half, and there'll be place for 8 men.
There you go.
And if we can get this Baxter County, it's a 10-man. It'll be a good deal.
You bet.
Yes. Well, it's a good program, and just encourage people to look. I know we're winding down on time here.
Yeah, down to 3 minutes, guys.
Okay.
Yep.
later this month, required by law to give the mayor and is required by law to give a state of the city address, and that will be coming up at our. We don't have anything on the agenda for our council tomorrow night, the first Thursday, but on the third Thursday, that's when this will happen, and that's when we will have our next city council meeting. So
good.
We had a good year last year,
yeah.
and I'll give that out in a report. But a lot of positive things going on, and so we're looking for another good year this year. Last year our revenue was up. We're able to do some things, and all this revenue, it goes back into services, in a form of services back out to the people. So, and that's why the city, any city exists, is just to provide services.
You bet.
And so we've got great employees, we've got good department heads, and we have an open door policy. If people want to stop by and say hi or come in and visit, why, you're more than welcome. But
Billy had brought up the Valentine dance. I've known in past years that is very well chaperoned. The music is checked for lyric content.
That's correct.
And it's a lot of fun for the kids.
It is indeed. And before we close up here, I just want to make it real quick, is to let everybody know all sports registrations this coming Saturday and next Saturday from 9 till noon. We'll be taking care of all the registrations: Mountain Home Youth Baseball, Babe Ruth Baseball, soccer, Community Tennis Association, Hurricane Swim Team, Ozark Youth Football Association. So 9 to noon this Saturday at the Youth Center, and next Saturday 9 to noon at the Youth Center. This summer we got Buku's baseball and softball tournaments from the spring all the way through the summer.
It'll be good.
Busy year, and looking forward to it.
Yep. Final minute.
Well, Dale, I'd just like to say to our people out there that we appreciate all the volunteers, all the people that contribute to making our area a good area. If you look at and I've looked at it, but if you look at all the people involved in the different groups, the library, the hospital, the Christian clinic, and I can't name them all, but tons and tons of volunteers that actually make our community a thriving community. And I want to say a big thank you to those people that volunteer, and they volunteer at our different functions. They volunteer at the chamber. I mean, it's all over.
It is,
but it takes volunteers to make things.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. Things don't just happen.
Chamber needs volunteers for the BASS tournament. Call 425-5111.
Yes.
Mayor, Billy, thanks for being here today.
Thank you, Dale. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us, Dale.
Be back tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.